Okay students, I go to next question. Find the inverse z transform of the function 4z square minus 2z z cube minus 5z square plus 8z minus 4. This is very important last year June 2019 question paper sum. Sometimes it will be has given u bar of z is equal to 4z square minus 2z by z cube minus 5z square plus 8z minus 4. Find un nothing but inverse z transform. Okay, this is our same question. Here in inverse z transform, before start the problem, first we have to reduce the denominator term to factor term. So we can see the first, second, third, seventh and fifth and sixth except the fourth one, all other problems given directly in terms of what? Factor form. But fourth one, they are given equation, cubic equations. We have to, before start the problem, first we have to reduce this denominator to factor term. Okay, we have to factorize this denominator. So we can easily reduce this to factor term. Just solve this equation, this cubic equation. We get 3 roots. Cubic means we get 3 roots. So using those 3 roots, we can easily factor this equation. So finding 3 equation means you are cubic equation means you already studied in second semester. Okay, solve the differential equations YCF you already studied. Using CASI also we can solve the cubic equation. Here after solve this equation we will get z value is 1, 2 and 2. We will get 3 roots. Okay, using CASI also we can solve this cubic equation. We get 3 roots. Using these roots we can factorize this denominator. So here given, let u bar of z is equal to 4z square minus 2z by z cube minus 5z square plus 8z minus 4. This is equal to, we can write 4z square minus 2z denominator. Using these roots, the factor term we can write z minus 1 first root and z minus 2. We have 2 roots. Same roots are repeated, therefore we can write z minus 2 whole square. Okay, so z minus 1 into z minus 2 whole square. This is nothing but what? Real and repeated roots. 2 and 2, real and repeated roots. Okay, so inverse z transform, the last video already explained. We can see 2 different methods. The first one, denominator, what? Non-repeated linear factor. I completed non-repeated linear factor. We should take u bar of z by z form, then solve by using partial fraction, apply inverse z transform, we will get the answer. Next, second method is, if you are the repeated linear factor, using this third node we have to assume the numerator term. Using this way we should apply the partial fraction. Okay, this is what? Second method, repeated linear root. This is linear, z minus 2 is what? Linear, but repeated twice. Okay, this is the second method. So if you are the repeated linear roots, repeated linear factor, we should apply this third node procedure. We should apply the partial fraction. Okay, next I go to apply partial fraction for this term. Okay, I consider 4z square minus 2z and denominator is z minus 1 z minus 2 whole square. Actually normal partial fraction, this we can write a by z minus 1 plus z minus 2 whole square, 2 twice we can write b by z minus 2 first term, and second time we should take square term z minus 2 whole square. Okay, this is a normal partial fraction. A by z minus 1, z minus 2 whole square we can write b by z minus 2 plus z by z minus 2 whole square. This is very important step. But using this third node in z transform, we should assume these are the numerator term. If g of z involves repeated linear factor of the form z minus 1 into z minus k in the denominator, we should take numerator is z. Z minus k whole square in denominator, we should consider k into z is a numerator. These are the numerator terms we should use in the partial fraction. Okay, the first one is z minus k. K means what? Constant. Z minus 1, z minus 2, z minus 3. If you have this type of term in the denominator, we should assume numerator is z term. Okay, z minus 1. Okay, k is 1. We should take z in the numerator. Here z minus 2, here k is 2. If you have z minus k form, we should take z in the numerator. This is very important step. And z minus 2 whole square. So use the next point, z minus k whole square. Here k is constant. If you have z minus k whole square term in denominator, we need to take corresponding term in the denominator. What is the corresponding term? K into z in the denominator. Here k is what? This is a constant. Okay, if you have the z minus 2 whole square, we should take k 2 into z in the numerator using the second point, this point. Suppose if you have z minus k whole cube, we have to take kz square plus k square z in the numerator. Here k is what? Constant. For example, if your denominator is z minus 3 whole cube. Okay, z minus 2 whole cube. Here k is what? 2. If you have z minus k whole cube in denominator, numerator we should take. These are the terms we should take in the numerator. What is the term? Kz square plus k square z. Here k is constant. Particular this problem k is 2. So we can write 2 into z square plus 2 square means 4 into z in the numerator. So using these points, we have to assume the numerator term. This is very important. Okay, this is the difference between a linear repeated and non-linear repeated factors. Okay, the type 1, directly take u bar of z by z means if the non-linear repeated problem, directly consider u bar of z by z term, then apply the partial fraction, apply z transform, inverse z transform. Suppose denominator is repeated. Okay, repeated factor. Okay, so using this last third note, we should assume this numerator term. Okay, these are the denominator, corresponding numerator we should assume this point, then apply partial fraction. Okay, find out ABC values and substitute. The next step is very easy. This is very important. If you know this step, we can easily simplify this problem. Okay, this step is very important. Next, solve this partial this equation. Just take LCM z minus 1 z minus 2 whole square on both sides. After taking LCM and simplify, we get this type equation. This is the equation 4z square minus 2z LHS side, and the RHS side a into z. A z minus 1 denominator, the remaining is z minus 2 whole square, plus b into z is numerator, denominator is z minus 2. Okay, what is the remaining? Z minus 1 into z minus 2 plus c 2z. Third term, denominator is z minus 2 whole square. What is the remaining is z minus 1. After taking LCM and LHS side, both LHS side and RHS side simplify, we'll get this type of equation. Next find out ABC values. For finding ABC values, just assume or take substitution for z. I take z is equal to 2. Okay, first I take z is equal to 2. We'll get equation is z is equal to 2 means, so LHS side will get 4 into 2 square means 4. 4 is a 16. 16 minus z value 2 is a 4. 16 minus 4. Okay, this is equal to z value 2. This 2 minus 2 will get 0. The first term is 0. Z value 2. 2 minus 2 will get the second term also 0. The third term, if we take z value 2 here, we will get c into 2 2s are 4. 2 minus 1 will get 1. Okay, so simplify this. 16 minus 4 will get 12 is equal to 4 into c. This implies c is equal to 12 by 4 will get 3. This is equal to 3 is the answer. Next, we have to find out b and a value. For finding the next value, I take substitution. Z is equal to 1. Same roots. Okay, z is equal to 1. If we take z is equal to 1 in LHS side, we will get 4. 1 square is 1. Minus 2 into 1 will get 1. 4 minus 2. This is LHS and RHS. Z is equal to 1. We will get a into z values is 1, and z is equal to 1. 1 minus 2 will get minus 1. Minus 1 whole square is what? 1. And the next term is z value 1 is 0 because 1 minus 1 is 0. The last term z value 1. 1 minus 1 will get 0. So we get a value. A is how much? 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. We will get a value is 2. C value is 3. Next, Assume z is equal to any simple number, simple value. Z is equal to -1 except 1 and 2. Take z is equal to any simple substitution. Z is equal to -1, -2, -3 or +3. Okay. Assume any number, substitute here, and we'll get linear equation. Solve this linear equation. Solve means just substitute this previous a and c value. We get remaining b value. Okay, so directly we can't find out the third point b value. Just assume b is z is equal to any substitution. Just substitute z is equal to any simple number and substitute here. Solve this linear equation. We'll get the third value b. I take z value -1. I go to substitute in the above equation. This equation will get z value -1. Z value -1, if we substitute in LHS, we will get 4 into -1 whole square is plus, minus 2 into -1 we will get +2. Okay, minus into minus +2. And LHS, RHS will get a into Z value is -1. And -1, -2 will get -3. -3 whole square will get 9. Plus B into Z value is -1. And I consider z value is -1. -1 and -1 will get -2. And -1 and -3 will get -2 will get -3. And the last z2 z value is -1 and -1 -1 will get -2. We get linear equation. Solve this linear equation. After substitute a and c value we get third b value. Okay, simplify this. 4 plus 2 is 6 is equal to -9a, and the second b is unknown, so minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, 3 2s are 6b, and the third term minus into minus is plus, 2 2s are 4c. Okay, simplify. 6 is equal to -9, a value we have 2, minus 6b is unknown, plus 4c value is 3. So simplify this. 6 is equal to 9 2s are 18 minus 6b, this is 12. Okay, this implies 6 is equal to -18 plus 12 will get -6. -18 plus 12 will get -6 minus 6b. Okay, 6 minus 6 transfer this side we get +6 is equal to -6b. 6 plus 6 12 is equal to -6b. This implies b is equal to 6 1s are 6 2s are, and minus transfer this side will get -2. So we get b is equal to -2. Okay students, finally we got all the three constant a, b, c values. Substitute here, apply directly inverse transform, we'll get the final solution. Okay, these are last two steps. Okay, for finding a, b, c values, use these steps. Directly substitute these roots. Okay, this z minus z is equal to 2 and 1. Directly we get two constant, two unknown terms. For finding the third unknown, okay, substitute z is equal to any simple value. Solve, we get linear equation. The equation substitute previous values and solve, we get third unknown. Next, substitute all these values in the equation. This equation I take it as equation 1. Substitute in equation 1 and apply inverse z transform, we'll get the answer. This implies equation 1 we can write 4z square minus 2z by z minus 1 into z minus 2 whole square is equal to a into z by z minus 1. We got what is a value? 2. So numerator will get 2z by z minus 1 and b value is -2. Okay, b value we have -2. Substitute, you will get minus 2z by z minus 2. This is the second term. And third term, c value how much? 3. Substitute, we will get plus 3c into 2 by 2z by, c value is we have 3 into 2z by z minus 2 whole square is the third term. Here they are asking to find out inverse z transform or un. Okay, just apply inverse transform on both sides. We get inverse of the given function 4z square minus 2z by z minus 1 z minus 2 whole square is equal to, so this 2 is constant, inverse z transform of z by z minus 1 minus 2 is constant, inverse z transform of z by z minus 2, this is the second term and first term, and third term apply inverse z transform. I take 3 constant, inverse z transform of the third term is 2z by z minus 2 whole square. Okay, next finally use a basic formula, inverse z transform formula, substitute the answer for this 3 term, that is the final answer. Okay, the final solution is, okay, the final answer is, I will write here. Okay, this is nothing but what? Un is equal to inverse z transform is equal to into, what is inverse z transform of z by z minus 1? Using the formula, using the basic formula. So inverse z transform of z by z minus k is k to the power of n, or inverse z transform of z by z minus 1 is equal to 1. The first term is inverse z transform of z by z minus 1, we can write 1 minus 2. So inverse z transform of z by z minus 2. So this is the formula, z by z minus k means k to the power of n. In place of k here we have 2. So inverse z transform of z by z minus 2, we can write 2 to the power of n. This is nothing but 2 to the power of n. The last plus 3 into, so inverse z transform of 2z by z minus 2 whole square. So z minus 2 whole square means we should take z minus 2 means z minus k whole square. Where is that k? Z minus k whole square here. Okay, numerator what? Z into k, z minus k whole square nothing but k to the power of n into n. Okay, z minus 2 whole square means we have to compare this with z minus k whole square denominator formula. And numerator we should have k into z term. Here k is 2, we have 2 into z term. Therefore, this entire, the inverse z transform is k to the power of n into n nothing but 2 to the power of n into n. Here k value is 2. Using this formula, okay, using this formula we can write k to the power of n means 2 to the power of n into n. Okay, this is the answer. Or we can write un, inverse z transformation is 2 to the power of 1 and n is n plus 1 plus 3n 2 to the power of n. This is the inverse z transform answer. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay students, suppose if you have the repeated roots, repeated real roots in the denominator, we have to use this as the substitution in the numerator. Using this substitution we have to solve the repeated denominator factor terms. Okay, non-repeated linear factor and repeated linear factor, 2 method we can we have to study in the inverse z transform. Okay, thank you.